Welcome to Kingston Park. On October the 9th, 2011, Players Inc. Event Management and Pizzazz brought you a rematch of the game that was voted the greatest in Sky's history. Kevin Keegan's entertainers were known for their flair and attack and prowess. They were playing against Roy Evans' Spice Boys. This is the rematch.
On Sky Sports, the famous 4-3 match. It just seems so fitting to get those heroes back. A game of perfect football.
Where are the boys? In here. There's your lad. What's on? You're alright. Barky, you're alright.
No, I ain't got 45.
How are you? You're alright? Yeah. Robbie, you can't not play Robbie. He's come from America. You've got to play Robbie. You tell him he's not playing, I'm not playing. The lads were giving you a bit of stick, but I was sticking up for you.
I know, always.
Lovely to see you. Cheers, toned down a bit, hasn't it?
I'm waiting for it, come on, a bit more.
Who's calling something? Give it up, Kim. Around the back. From the back.
Hello.
I'm watching the X Factor do that.
Hey, the boys last night loved it.
Wouldn't it detract us
All of you come, some of you come thousands and thousands of miles, others come from Norfolk, which is even further. Foxy, Keith, great to see it. All of you, tremendous effort coming, great turnout. Philippe, David coming from overseas, absolutely fantastic. Here to raise obviously a lot of money for 5 very important charities here. When we go out, you're going to go out in pairs, be announced in pairs, and you'll have a mascot each. Don't forget your mascot, because it's a big day for them and that. And other than that, just really enjoy it. I mean, for me, it's great to see something I haven't seen since I sold you. It's nice to know he's still talking.
Kevin, it must be great to see some of these lads in black and white again.
Unbelievable. I was just saying there, some of them I haven't seen since the day they left the club. Real Fox sold him to Spurs all those years ago. Come back as if we're never apart, you know. Tino's come best part of 13,000, 14,000 miles to be here. David Ginola from France, obviously Philippe Albert, who hasn't been well but looks fantastic now. And I just said to him, you know, do you want to play all of you for 90 minutes and that? And they just to a man said yeah. So we're going to try and entertain again a few years on.
And it pull a crowd in.
Well, that's the one thing they did, whether we were playing at Newcastle or down south. They used to come to watch them because they knew that this set of players would give them value for money. So that's the reputation they've got. Hopefully, I'm just looking at some of them today, hopefully we could beat them 4-3 this time, because they beat us 4-3 last time we played.
I'll let you get on with Kevin. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Cheers, enjoy. Well, John, this team always pulled in a crowd. They've done it again today.
Yeah, I think they could probably do so a few more, but yeah, in the changing room was brilliant. know, we haven't seen each other for a long time. And as I said, the funny thing is, everybody comes now in different shapes and sizes. Keegan's team talk was brilliant. He just went, it's nice to see you. In fact, last time I saw some of you was when I sold you. You know, it's a bit bad not really started, but yeah, great atmosphere. It should be great.
Such a feel-good factor in Newcastle at the moment as well.
Yeah, I think that's the knock-on effect of it. I think with Newcastle starting so well this season, they've been unbelievable. And sat in the position, I think that's what Newcastle deserves to be. They should be competing in Europe. So yeah, and I think it does knock on the people who are in high spirits. And then, you know, there's going to be a few kids here today going, "What are you on about, Dad?" You know, and the dad will be saying to them, "Yo, you see the Gutierrez or that's Ginola. That's what he was probably the best left winger I've ever seen." So that's why I've seen the comparisons that are happening today.
In your career, you had to run after David quite a lot. Did you cover him a lot? Are you fit enough to do that today?
No, but the thing is with David is like he is what he is. For me, he was a lot of it. People don't realise. Sometimes I had the easiest day of my life because when he's on fire, people are that frightened of him. They have to, you know, you need two people to mark him at least. So some days I used to just give him the ball and say, "On you go, David." So hopefully that'll be today.
Enjoy it, guys. Well, back in a black and white shirt again, how does it feel?
I love these colours. Yes, it's just great. I just said earlier to see all the familiar faces on the coach in the dressing room. A lot of memories also. Keegan, Terry Mack used to have some good words to us, and the team we had at the time, we could, just score some goals just for fun. Keegan didn't have to say much in the dressing room before a game. We knew exactly what we had to do, so to see all these guys tonight, it's just amazing.
What about Newcastle United at the moment? Because they've got a real French Revolution happening there, haven't they?
Well, we all waited for that. I mean, we're expecting at one stage that Newcastle will recover from some bad days. And it seems that this year they show some really good football. Obviously, there's a few French players involved. That's good for the game because the players at Newcastle this year are really good. They are making a really big impact on the game itself. You don't have the best of Benzema or Ben Arfa yet. I think when he will be at 100%, he will be given even more to the club. And I hope that Newcastle will finish in the top 4. That will be a fantastic achievement for the season.
What about Johan Cabaye? Because he started really well for Newcastle.
Yeah, well, you know, these young lads are very talented, and I saw some of the games from the beginning of the season, and he's doing really good. And this is what you expect when you buy a player, French or not, just to give 100% to the club and just bring something different. And the manager seems to have put some players on the pitch who are really getting well together. And I think it's something to build on and off the pitch as well. In the dressing room, that's the main priority as well for a manager.
Thank you, David. Enjoy the game. Cheers. Pav, you were part of this great team for a long time. I imagine a lot of the time you just sat at the back and enjoyed the football.
Yeah, I must admit, everybody's saying we had a great team and we played really good football at the time. And obviously, I'm really happy to be part of it. And like today, I'm gonna enjoy it, you know, because it was fantastic. All the memories come back. So, you know.
And these Newcastle fans, they love you.
Yeah, they do. I'm really pleased. I have really, place in my heart for those people, for the city here, for this club, because I had most of my career.
What about Newcastle at the moment? They're doing well.
They're doing really well. I mean, after all of the 2 or 3 bad years, they went to second division. It's getting back and getting stronger. So hopefully they will continue.
How do you think today will go?
I don't know. I hope we all enjoyed it and don't get injured, because that's most of the things for us now.
Top man.
Thank you.
So here we are, everybody, at Newcastle Falcons, Kingston Park in Newcastle, and it's Sunday, October the 9th, and this is the Entertainers Reunited. It's a match that forever will be known as the greatest game in the 90s for Sky. It was voted the greatest game in 20 years history of Sky, and this is the game that's brought together to give money to charities, deserving charities across the northeast, and it's a fantastic occasion. The people that have turned out, there's a capacity crowd here at Kingston Park. As I'm looking in front of my eyes, I'm seeing Tino Asprilla actually talking to the referee without getting sent off, which is quite an occasion, as the skipper himself, and it's 206 goal, Alan Shearer, with the number 9 shirt on for the first time and possibly the last time, as he enters the centre circle and shakes hands with ex-Liverpool and England centre-half Mark Wright. I think he's had a word. I don't know who has got the least amount of hair, but I know who the number 9 is, and it's terrific to see him again in a Newcastle shirt. The players that are here on shore for this day, the turnout is absolutely fabulous. Just to mention the fact that in the dugout we have no other than Kevin Keegan and Terry McDermott, which it just sets the scene. When you look at the Liverpool dugout, you've got Phil Thompson and former manager Roy Evans. The game's underway now, and we'll talk you through a few of the players while we're going along. Great to see Pav in goal for Newcastle. Pavel Chernicek, who he's now working, Pav, in Czechoslovakia. He does the under-21s for the national team, goalkeeping, and what a fabulous guy, and Pavel still is a Geordie.
Wow, it's great to see so many people here filling the seats for such great causes here in the North East. Newcastle on the attack. Is that Mr. Wright, Mark Wright, cutting it out there? Right, still a 4 minutes before we make the losses to the side of the ball. Asking the press to take a walk round.
As we're watching the game now, you know, there's some great players on shore. It's nice to see Paul Bracewell playing again, and he's obviously put a little bit of pounds on. He's got a few more pounds than he used to have, but still a terrific, never gives the ball away. And Tino, the only man in the world, I think, to wear training shoes when he's playing a game of football. John Beresford's on the ball now, and he's played it inside. Not like best to give the ball away, but picked up again by a very astute Liverpool rear guard, which Gary McAllister, former Leeds United manager, and fantastic player at Leeds, Scotland, and of course Liverpool. There's just the talent that's on shore is unbelievable. You know, you're looking now and you see Philippe Albert, and one of the great heroes of the Entertainers. Who will ever forget the goal he scored against Manchester United in that thrilling demolition that we did when we beat them 5 at St James's Park. And it's just great to see people knocking about the pitch now. Michael Thomas, who I'll love him forever, because not only did I play with him in the England under-19 team, but he actually scored the winner against Sunderland in the 1992 FA Cup final, which I'll love him forever for that. But he also played for Arsenal and actually scored the winner that clinched the title for Arsenal at Anfield, and then became a Liverpool player. It's like the stories about the players that are on shore are incredible. As John Dernan picks the ball up and puts the ball into the box, and it's well defended by Darren Peacock. Love to see Darren back. John Dernan, ex-Republic of Ireland international, didn't really get a chance at Liverpool, but as always, great value, especially turning up for games like this for charity. And he's a very useful player, John Dernan, and I'm sure he'll have something to do with this game. As you just look at the crowd, the swelling, the crowd is actually swelling all over the pitch. I bet you the Falcons would love this every week. As Don Hutchinson gives the ball to Steve McManaman, and there's a cross into the box where Pav deals with it. Don Hutchinson, my former boot boy at Hartlepool, went on to have a fantastic career. Played for Liverpool and Everton, as well as the dark side. Great player, Scottish international, famed for scoring against England at Wembley Stadium, and a great lad who still looks in great nick, still looks as if he could play now. I'm not sure about his socks down his ankles, It wasn't a thing that I like to see in football, but I'm sure he'll not mind us giving him a rollicking about that. As McAllister plays at the Hutchinson here inside the first half. Hutchinson gives the ball away to Robley, and Robley on the attack, on the ascendancy, and gives it to, oh God, how good does he look? Ginola. That's a foul, referee. And Ginola, have a look at him. I mean, you saw him in the dressing room. If you saw that footage, he still looks like now a teenager. He's like got the washboard, the lot. Why you kick me, mister? Why you kick me? Steve McManaman's shaking his head as well. Ex-Real Madrid and Liverpool legend. As the ball now with Robley. Crosses the ball. I think it might have been Stephen Watson actually. That might have been a blip. Oh! And a strike on goal. And there's the first strike. And listen to the crowd. They will clap anything because they want their heroes to do well. Stephen Watson was the fullback that played the pass. And the effervescent Bruce Grobbelaw, what a character. Oh, and the guy on the dinner last night, I've got to tell you everybody, he was just fabulous. What a fabulous character. And the ball given away by Michael Thomas and his Bracewell. Can he cross it? Oh, he does a little trick and Thomas has got back to shackle him. And here comes Stephen Watson, deliver. And he puts in, it could have been a case of handball. Shearer. Oh, and McManaman brings the ball away. McAteer getting in his way. But still, again, McManaman looks as if he could still play it today. These guys are so in good nick. They're so fit. And Mike Marsh, who was an excellent player for Liverpool in his time, and still looks now, he's working for Liverpool in the academy. He's a youth team coach. And again, just a testament to how many people are taking this important, because it's great to put the shirts on, but you want to win and you want to be out there. And everybody's working their socks off. The crowd, I can't believe the crowd are absolutely incredible. And Rob Lee tidies us up, gives it to Pav, to Johnny Beresford. Johnny Beresford has scored twice for Newcastle United in European football, and he still rates that amongst one of his greatest games ever. But very, very much a part of the entertainers as Tino goes on the ascendancy, and the attack, and it's got to be a foul. It's Bjornby, I think, that did the foul, and Janola's laughing at the referee's decision. Oh, was he just laughing at the fact that Beres gave the ball away? I can't believe it. And it's Johnny Beresford on the ball. Still looks elegant with that left foot, and he passes to Ginola. Ginola is taking on Jason McAteer, and he's still got the ball. It still looks immaculate. Rob Lee sprays the ball wide to Stephen Watson. Stephen Watson now inside the final third of the pitch. He's looking for Tino. Gives it to Shearer. Shearer's on the right hand side. He crosses. Oh! It's in the back of the net, and it's 1-0, and it's none other than Stephen Watson on the end of an Alan Shearer cross. Great build up by Ginola, Rob Lee and Stephen Watson. Very famous for the goal that he scored against Liverpool in the early 90s when he come on as a substitute and chipped Bruce Grobbelaw, and he's got the first goal of the day. Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 0. The entertainers reunited here at the Falcons, Kingston Park, on Sunday, October the 9th, 2011. Hutchinson, he passes the ball inside, gives it to Didi Hamann, who obviously played for both clubs, played for Newcastle and Liverpool. England national Mark Wright, very, very forefront in Sir Bobby Robson's team of 1990, Italia 90, where England went so far, probably the best chance that they ever had to win the World Cup under Sir Bobby Robson. And Mark Wright, centre-half stalwart in that team. And Durnan's gone through. Durnan's 1-on-1 with Pav. Peacock's tripped. Oh, and it's well tidied up again by Pavel Srnicek. But John Durnan looks as if he's going to be a bit of a thorn in the side for Newcastle here, the way that he's started this match. And again, I can't reiterate, look at the crowd. It's great to see. There's parents there, there's children there, there's grandparents there. Everybody's come to support the entertainers. And the ball's crossed in. Hutchinson is on the far post. Peacock tries to tidy up. Bracewell, and Marsh closes him down, but it's scrambled away. And there's Ginola with a little bit of magic as McManaman picks the ball up. He gives the ball inside to Didi Hamann. Didi Hamann passes again to Kavamir. Kavamir passes to McManaman. McManaman has a shot, and it's grasped well by the Well, he looks younger than what he did when he played for Newcastle. Pav Cernicek, an absolute legend for Newcastle United, and he will always be a Geordie. As a man picks the ball up and gives it to McAllister. McAllister threatening on the edge of the area now. McAllister turns inside to Hutchinson. Hutchinson now on the left-hand flank against Watson. Hutchinson looks up. Can he pick anybody out in the box? He sprays the ball wide again. Liverpool clearing the ball. Marsh giving it back again to Haman. Haman crosses deep into the penalty area and it's wide. But you have to admire the way that Liverpool are keeping the ball, and the fact that they're a little bit younger, I have to say, than some of the Newcastle players. They're a little bit younger. As the crowd get behind one of their favourites, and he gives them a massive round of applause, none other than Faustino Asprilla. And who could ever forget the 3 goals he scored against Barcelona in Europe? And I think it was the day he picked up the corner flag, and I've asked him since, why did you pick the corner flag up? And he went, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Watson, he plays the ball into Tino. Tino back to Shearer. It's a great little bit of play between Tino. Ginola is right, tidies the ball up in the turf here, and I've got to say the playing surface here at Kingston Park is absolutely fabulous. You wouldn't think that rugby players played on it. The pitch is phenomenal, and you can see the way that Liverpool is spraying the ball about, how good of a surface it is. Here inside the first half, we've got just over 10 minutes gone, I think, and it's Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 0. As Durnan goes again, threatening, and he's had a shot. Oh, and it goes wide of the upright, just past Pavel's far post. He's claiming a corner. He wants a corner, but the referee says, not this time, John. It's not this time. Which gives us a little opportunity while we'll have a little break here. And Sir John Hall, he summed up the fact that the entertainers game, and chairman, owner of Newcastle United, he says, the entertainers era will always be one of the highlights of my time as chairman of Newcastle United. When Kevin Keegan was persuaded to come out of retirement and come back to Newcastle, the deal was done. And I guess we found each other at the right time. It was a unique time in the history of Newcastle United. Everybody's second team, that's what we were. But I tell you what a fitting tribute by one of the greatest men that's ever been associated with Newcastle United, Sir John Hall. And a ball into the box where Grobbelaar snatches and feeds the ball again. He seems to just know where these Liverpool players are, and they don't kick the ball further than 20 yards. They just pass the ball along the floor, as we did, known as the entertainers. These were known as the Spice Boys, and I tell you what, they are younger than us, but they're a credit, both teams, to be turning out in this massive occasion here at Kingston Park for the entertainers reunited. Beresford tidies up, passes to Watson. Watson plays the ball inside to the unbelievable David Ginola, who sprays it wide to Tino, and he'll not be happy about that with his training shoes on. He's not happy. He's not happy. I think, honestly, he couldn't bend the wire that shit. But what an absolute phenomenal asset he was to Newcastle United. And it's great to see Tino flew in, courtesy of Players Inc. From Colombia for the match tonight. And it's great to see the people that have turned up, everyone that committed themselves to turn up for this game today, to raise the money for the charities, have all played their part. As McAllister picks the ball up, he's 20 yards out, and he looks for a little deft chip to McManaman. McManaman plays inside, and it's well tidied up by Philippe Albert. Very well tidied up, and a little show of appreciation from Pavel Cernicek to Philippe, who again, who could ever forget his goal against Manchester United, when it was probably the best time that we ever had the chance of winning the league, the Premier League, and we came agonisingly close to becoming the Premiership champions in '96, and obviously Liverpool played their part in it, but also Manchester United, which they ended up being champions that year. As Ginola picks the ball up, he plays it inside to Tino. He wants the ball to feet. He doesn't. He's waving. He's acknowledging the fact that the pass was probably too good. Marsh picks the ball up for Liverpool. Michael Thomas, ex-Liverpool, England, and Arsenal fullback. Mickey Thomas plays the ball wide. Durnan, he's come deep, gives it to McAllister. McAllister looks again to keep possession. Thomas plays the ball inside. Haman plays a neat little 1-2. Doesn't quite come off as Rob Lee gives away possession, and it's picked up by Jason McAteer, who was fabulous at the dinner last night, and still looks now as if he could play. Looks in fantastic nick, Jason. Very, very good after dinner speaker nowadays. And he passes the ball inside again to Diddy Haman. Diddy Haman to McManaman. McManaman, who's big mate Robbie Fowler. McManaman's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's gone through apologetic. It's a fantastic finish by Steve McManaman. It rolls the years back, and a very, very generous round of applause from the Newcastle United fans, because they appreciate quality football. And what a goal that was, as McManaman goes to celebrate with the Liverpool players, and he makes it Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 1 here at Kingston Park. So it's 1-1 here, and Shearer sorts the ball going again as Stephen Watson picks the ball up. Stephen Watson, now on the staff at Huddersfield Town, gives it to England's number 9 and Newcastle legend Shearer, who goes past Thomas. I think there could have been a slight foul there, but Shearer gets on with it as he always does. He doesn't complain, and Don Hutchinson picks the ball up again and keeps possession, giving it back to Mark Wright. Mark Wright to Mike Marsh. Mike Marsh, in a little feint, plays the ball inside. Picked up very well again by McManaman, and Durnan could be on the ascendancy as McManaman plays it inside again. Hutchinson making ground up. He's like running the show on this left-hand side. Plays it down the wing to Steve McManaman, former Real Madrid, England international, Liverpool legend. McManaman dicing with him. He's playing, he's toying with the Newcastle defence. Hutchinson picks the ball up again. They're using the ball, Liverpool, because they know that the Newcastle team have got a little bit age difference to what the Liverpool lads are. As Durnan gets it on the edge of the penalty area, gives it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson sprays it to Marsh, who dummies. Rob Lee plays well. He picks the ball up, passes to Ginola. Ginola now playing the ball. He wants to know where Tino is. He's looking around, sprays it wide again, keeps possession. Fantastic pass to Rob Lee from David. Ginola plays the ball in Alan Shearer's feet. Shearer plays it wide to Watson. Watson now in the final third. Are they going to put a ball in the box? Shearer, he wants the ball put in, and there's nobody on the end of it. Was it a handball? Peels from the Newcastle players, but it's going to be a corner kick. It's a corner kick to Newcastle, taken very quickly by Tino Asprilla. Tino Asprilla, and the referee Colin Webster didn't quite get that one right. I thought it could have been a cause for a penalty there, and Newcastle United to go possibly 2-1 up. But great for the referee and the officials today. Got to say, Colin Webster, Mick McDonough, David McCallum, and the 4th Division Scott Duncan, who have done the entertainers proud today. Liverpool on the attack down the right hand side, and it's Diddy Haman, former Newcastle United, Liverpool and Manchester City. He's now currently manager of Stockport County, and plying his trade in a managerial role. Gives the ball to McAteer. McAteer crosses the ball into the box. It's just outside where Hutchinson picks it up. Hutchinson's going to have a pop, and that one is probably not one for the archives for my mate Don Hutchinson. He'll be a little bit disappointed by that. It's what's known as a shank in football. He's cut the neck off it. But what a boy and what a player. Again, we can't thank both sets of players and officials from both benches. Kevin Keegan, Terry McDermott in the Newcastle bench, and Phil Thompson and the magnificent Roy Evans. That's made it all happen today. As Johnny Beresford tests out Pav, I think we're going to have a substitution. The dulcet tones of Alan Robson from Metro Radio, the Night Hours programme. Get to those phones, everybody. The Flashing Blade, he's on the co-commentary at the ground. And Rule Fox, the fox in the box, has come onto the pitch. And Beresford plays the ball into Ginola. Ginola again looks immaculate on the ball as Rob Lee sprays the ball wide. Doesn't quite get there to his big pal, and he's one of his best friends in football, the legend that is 206 goal, former England captain Alan Shearer. Shearer just prowling at the moment. It's 1-1. He'll not be happy. He's not on the score sheet yet. As Mike Marsh picks the ball up, and it's a big outlet all the time. Jason McAteer, he goes against John Beresford, plays the ball inside to McAllister. It's a 1-2. Played back in the path, and Marsh crosses the ball in the box. Hutchinson's there. Hutchinson, he's one-on-one with Foxy. He puts the ball across, and it's again tidied up by Philippe Albert. And Liam O'Brien, oh, who can forget Liam O'Brien? His goal at Roker Park for Newcastle United to absolutely nail the Mackhams that day. And it's great to see Liam, who's now assistant manager in Ireland. Brilliant fella. Forget that goal at your peril at Roker Park. As Tino does a little bit of magic, he'll not be happy about that. McAteer bullies him off the ball, and here comes Kavami, Norwegian international, tidies the ball up, gives it back to McAteer. McAteer looks for the outlet. It's wide on the right, and it's John Durnan. He looks inside. They're very comfortable on the ball, Liverpool. Durnan to McAllister. McAllister again plays the ball to McManaman, and Marsh, who everything seems to be going through. Mike Marsh at the minute. He's now Liverpool Academy youth team coach, and tidied up by the magnificent Johnny Beresford, who's not frightened to put a tackle in. And Steve McManaman obviously scored for Liverpool. It's took Alan Robson a little bit of time, but if you got the commentary here, you would have had that first. And Marsh, he picks the ball up menacingly. Again, Rob Lee closes play down as Tino comes up. Come on, Tino, what you got? Show us a trick. Show us a trick, Tino. He passes the ball to Ginola. Doesn't it sound great, everybody? I spread it to Ginola, to Shearer. Oh, and a fantastic tackle by Kavami, tidying the ball up. And Mark Wright gets the glory. Not Mark Wright, the only way is Essex. It's Mark Wright, ex-Southampton, Liverpool and England international, tidying the ball up, and Liverpool's captain for the day. As Fox gives the ball to Ginola, who tries to flick. It doesn't quite come off this time. Mike Marsh picks the ball up. Beresford, Rob Lee picks the ball up off McManaman. He tidies the ball up well. That must be the grey hair between Beresford and Lee. They look very similar. But there you go, Shearer. He plays the ball inside to Ginola. Here we are, inside this first half. Fox looks very dangerous. Still looks sprightly now. Real Fox, now fitness instructor, down back in his native Norwich. Shearer gets on the end of it, and it's tidied up by Kavami. Real Fox now, fitness trainer, personal trainer, and still now so fervent about Newcastle United as Pav tidies the ball up with a very menacing Durnan. And Fox still loves coming up here and spending time with the Newcastle United folk, and it always will be renowned as being a crowd favourite, Real Fox, who passes the ball to Ginola. And what a favourite he is. He's found Shearer on the far post. Shearer on his chest, that chest like a barrel. Plays it inside to Steve Watson. Watson to Sprilla. It's got to be. Oh no! He's hit the bar. Tino has hit the bar from less than 10 yards. He'll be devastated about missing his chance of scoring for probably the final time in a black and white shirt. But the crowd still chant his name. How brilliant was the move, and Tino will be devastated that he's missed as Liverpool come on attack. And Durnan, he's picked the ball up again as there's a wall of Newcastle United players in front of Sprilla, in front of Durnan. And it's Durnan again. Oh, and he spews the ball wide off his left hand side, and again he's looking menacing, Durnan. We've got to watch him. There's plenty of black and white shirts there to look after him, but he looks as if he's going to be the man to unlock the Newcastle United rear guard. As Rob Lee picks the ball up, he brings it now to hit Ginola, just oozing class. Ginola to Shearer, he's all about that front line. He's working the line so well. Shearer, he's going to have a shoot. He's going to shoot, and he just puts it wide of the upright. And listen to the crowd. Listen to that crowd. There's only one Alan Shearer. He had a ill-fated time as being manager for 7 games when he tried to rescue the club from that relegation, from it was diabolical, the situation where he tried to take over, but he did it to the best of his ability. He was everybody's choice as a Newcastle fan to take the managerial road, and who could ever forget 206 goals for Newcastle United, the all-time record holder in the Premiership at over 260 goals, and nobody, I promise you, will ever beat that or get near to it. Lee picks the ball up, gives it to Ginola, Ginola to Fox, Fox deep inside Liverpool's half, attacking, sprays it wide. Fantastic pass to John Beresford, who could open a tin of beans with his left foot. Beresford passes the ball into the box, great little touch by Tino. Tino and Shearer having a little bit together. Sorry, pal was the word, and didn't quite come off that time. Liverpool pick the ball up again, Dernan, menacing, clears the ball, ends that offside. Pavel Srnicek tidies the ball up. Jason McAteer there, I think, encroaching into an offside position. As Newcastle United now look very threatening. Fox from Ginola to Tino. Tino again thinks he's getting bullied off the ball. And Liverpool now looking very dangerous with this Dernan. He's one-on-one with Srnicek. He's got to score. He's passed it wide. Oh, McAteer gives it back to Dernan. And it's a great save by Srnicek when the forward looked an absolute odds-on favourite to score. And it just goes to show Pavel Srnicek turning the ears back with a wonderful save. But Dernan will be absolutely devastated that he hasn't scored there as Liverpool have the corner. There's going to be a change. And I think Stephen Howie has come on, former England international, was at Newcastle for over 10 years, all the way through being an apprentice to playing in the first team. Stephen Howie has now come on as McManaman plays the ball to McAteer. McManaman now looks very, very fit. He looks able, and he plays it to Dernan. Dernan on the edge of the box. Again, the Fox in the box. Mike Marsh to Haman. Haman to Marsh. Marsh plays a neat little 1-2. He sticks it to Gary McAllister, who plays for the corner, and Liam O'Brien, solid as ever. And it's going to be a Liverpool corner here inside the first half. It's 1-1, Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 1, and Gary McAllister plays the ball across the box. It's deep, and it's Steve Watson now at Huddersfield Town with Lee Clark and Terry McDermott doing a sterling job there. Just come on the back of an unbeaten 42 game run. They're only 4 games away from equaling the record from the great Nottingham Forest side in the early 90s, that of Brian Clough, who was the manager, and a testament and surely a future. Shearer, he's one-on-one, he's played it across the box, and it's got to be a penalty. It's got to be a foul. Kavamir, it's got to be a foul, referee, and he hasn't given it. Tino is furious. He's furious, Tino. Oh, he's not happy. There could be problems in Colombia because of that one. Looked a certain penalty to me. But again, as I was saying, Lee Clark is destined to be a future Newcastle United manager, and can't wait for that to happen in his career. As Ginola picks the ball up, Newcastle threatening. It's end-to-end stuff here at Kingston Park, here for the entertainers. And it's Rob Lee as Bruce Grobbelaar comes and collects. And I tell you what, they call him the Clown Prince, but I tell you what, a goalkeeper. They won 3 European Cups with him. They won FA Cups. He was the first name on the manager's team sheet because he saved them so many goals. Yes, he used to make mistakes, but the amount of goals that he saved them was unbelievable. McAteer crosses it, and it's Stephen Watson as we see Brian Kilcline, Killer Kilcline, everybody. The first signing Kevin Keegan made. Kevin Keegan turned around and said, my most important signing, his first signing, because what he did off the park was as good as what he did on it. A fantastic guy and a great, great man. Fox, as a foul referee, it's got to be, he's pulled him down again. This referee, he's got to get his eyes chalked. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Colin Webster, you need to go to Specsavers. What is happening? Again, calls for a penalty. I've seen them given, and Webster did not give it. As a man again plays this passing game that Liverpool have got. Durnan's coming deep. McManaman again instrumental on the ball, turning the years back. Still looks now as if he's linking up with the Fowler. McManaman and Fowler, they were lethal for Liverpool in that day. And Robbie Fowler would have been with us today, but he's got his club commitments in Thailand, where he's now playing still at the ripe old age of 34. And McAteer on the ball as he crosses into the box as a dummy. And it's well played by Kilcline. Kilcline, who is reminiscent of the modern day Billy Connolly. with that beautiful little goatee beard that he's got and them beautiful dreadlocks. And Killer Kilcline flew in today from his place in Spain to join the entertainers. As Liam O'Brien picks the ball up midway in the Liverpool half, Ginola. He plays inside, looks elegant on the ball, outside of his right foot to Beresford. Beresford now picks the ball up, plays the ball into feet. Lovely touch, Asprilla. Grobbelaar saves. And a great effort by Rob Lee. He hits the target, but Grobbelaar was just at the right-hand side of the goal. Marsh picks it up, passes to McAteer again, who sprays the ball wide. It's Ralph Little. Yeah, you know him from the Royal Family. Ralph Little's on the number 12, and he was from the Royal Family, and again another supporter of the entertainers. Thrilled to be out on the pitch there today. To Durnan, the little fox in the box. He sprayed it wide. Again, Liverpool keeping possession deep into Newcastle United's half. McManaman on the ball. He looks round to see where's he going to pass it. It's cut out by Johnny Beresford. Johnny Beresford plays the ball up. He gives ball away, and possession again. Liverpool get the ball back. McManaman plays it inside to Ralph Little. Ralph Little, you can't say that in commentary, but yeah, he passes the ball into the box, and it's well dealt with by Beresford. Full stretch, diving for the cause as Rob Lee picks the ball up. Here in the first half at Kingston Park, the entertainers game. Possession lost again. Herman plays the ball inside. He looks round. I think is number 10. It's Jason McAteer. He plays the ball wide. He fakes it and plays it wide to Marsh. Marsh picks the ball up. Mike Marsh. Now Academy Director plays the ball to Durnan. Again it's cleared by Newcastle United. Kilcline puts that head on the ball that he did so often in the black and white shirt, but the danger is not over yet as Pavel Srnicek clears it up. And here it's 1-1 midway through the first half here at Kingston Park, the entertainers game. Entertainers reunited, and the charities that are picking up the proceeds of this match, courtesy of Players Inc. and Pizzazz Events Management. Players Inc. and the guru Steve Wraith, who I think we could see making an appearance later on in the match today. I've heard a little rumour that he has got some kit on. I'm not sure whether he borrowed it from Mr. Blobby, but he's definitely be playing a role today here in the game, as we saw Kevin Keegan on the touchline with his black and white tracksuit on. Kevin Keegan and McDermott. It doesn't get any better than that. Ginola sprays the ball wide to Alan Shearer. Shearer, one-on-one, plays the ball into Fox. Fox, neat little turn. Shearer has a shot, and it goes into Grobbelaar's hands, and he dispatches it quickly up front, where it's dealt with by Kilcline. Kilcline plays the ball back into the Liverpool half. Rob Lee. Rob Lee picks the ball up. He plays it to Shearer. He's good mate. Shearer plays a little 1-2 with none other than Neil McDermott, son of Terry Mack, who's on the pitch at the moment. McDermott, a young lad, and he's going forward. McDermott is on the ascendancy here. Number 16 for Liverpool. McDermott goes in the box. He's played the ball wide, just into the path of none other than Robbie Elliott. And it's great to see Robbie Elliott now coaching in America for the ladies under 21 side, where he's their fitness guru. And it's great to see Rob Elliott, former Bolton Wanderers, Leeds United, and of course Newcastle United fullback during the entertainers' time. Lee picks the ball up. Ginola, a little nonchalant back heel. He's oozing class, Ginola. He's got red boots on, and by the way, you've got to be a player to wear red boots. Fox on the edge of the box for Newcastle. Plays it inside. Rob Lee crosses the ball, and it's dealt with for a Newcastle United corner. 1-1 here at Kingston Park. The entertainers reunited, everybody. That's what we're here for. Giving to the 5 deserving charities. And there's going to be another substitution just before this Newcastle United corner. And I think Tino Asprilla has taken a little rest. And the replacement is none other than the man that made his 3 goals against Barcelona, the one and only Keith Gillespie, everybody. Keith Gillespie flew in from Belfast this morning to join us today. Was thrilled to be asked to be part of the Entertainers game. And Keith Gillespie, great to see him on the pitch again. And he's had a little altercation with his former pal, Tino Asprilla. Just said to him, thanks very much, Tino. Remember them 3 against Barcelona. Liverpool, Durnan again getting deeper. Still, Liverpool keeping the ball. Haman passes the ball wide to, he's all over the park at the minute. He's only been on a short while, but he's all over as a dummy. Durnan, fake again from Marsh. McManaman, he's attacking Robbie Elliott. Marsh, again, he's all over the place. He's instrumental in the way that Liverpool are playing the game. McManaman plays into Durnan. Durnan, little ball back. Haman's free. There's Little. Little's on the ball. He passes again. McManaman to Haman. Commentator's nightmare to say all them names. But there you go. McAteer back into McManaman. McManaman on the edge of the Newcastle penalty area. Plays a little one into Durnan's feet to Marsh. Marsh again to McManaman. McManaman looking menacing. Liverpool on the ball. Ralph Little from the royal family plays it wide to Diddy Haman into Marsh. Marsh into he's a bundle of energy. McAteer, Jason McAteer. Again, they keep possession. Neil McDermott, son of Terry, plays the ball inside. Marsh. Well, Newcastle haven't had a touch of the ball for at least 40 passes. And again, McDermott, he plays the ball into Durnan and a great save. It's a fantastic stop by Pavel Cernicek, and it's the first time Newcastle have touched the ball in over 40 passes. But they're on the attack now, and it's none other than Rob Lee. He's gone up the left-hand side of the pitch here at Kingston Park. He's looking inside for Ginola. Ginola plays the ball wide to Beresford. It's Elliott that's on the ball. Elliott now plays the ball into David Ginola. Flown in from Paris today. He's been in America doing a movie, but he wanted to be a part of the Entertainers. To Stephen Watson. Stephen Watson plays it to Gillespie, who puts the ball in the box, and it's dealt with by Mark Wright. Gillespie again on the ball, and a little tussle. He comes out on top this time. Gillespie still looks quick feet to kill Klein, and passes the ball back to Stephen Howie, former England international, who spent over 10 seasons at St James's Park. Rob Lee plays the ball wide again. Rob Elliott passes inside. Ginola pulling the strings. He's like the puppet master for Newcastle United. To Stephen Watson, who again scored Newcastle United's first goal. Gives it to Gillespie on the edge of the box. Menacing time. Shearer pulls away at the far post. O'Brien plays it back in as it could be a handball, but the referee hasn't seen it as Marsh comes on the attack. Marsh, he has McDermott ahead of him and gives the ball inside. Also, Marsh again to Durnan. It's menacing. It looks as if it could be really... it's a soft goal to give away, but you have to give credit to the way Liverpool passed the ball. And Liverpool go 2-1 up. The second goal for Liverpool scored by former Republic of Ireland international, and Liverpool forward John Durnan has made the score here at Kingston Park. Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 2. Shearer goes to kickstart the match again. Come on, Newcastle. Ginola passes the ball inside. O'Brien gives it to Howie. Howie, who's had managerial spells in non-league, now does coaching with youth players, and great to see Steve Howie back. Rob Lee, who's probably touched the ball more than any other Newcastle player. He's been there or thereabouts with Ginola. He's probably been the best player on the park in the black and white shirt. Here comes Watto. Watto crosses the far stick. Shearer. Again Marsh tidies the ball up. Again Liverpool come away with it. And again it's that passing game that they've got. As Durnan on the attack here on the right hand side. John Durnan, he looks up, he sees McManaman. McManaman plays it inside to McDermott. McDermott plays it wide. There's that many Macs, we should have been at McDonald's. McManaman gets the ball. He plays it inside. to again Ralph Little. Ralph Little making himself available every time to Marsh. Marsh plays it inside the feet. McDermott plays it inside again to Marsh. Marsh is looking for that little killer ball. Liverpool's movement of the ball is as good as what it is when they're passing. And it's Mike Marsh again who picks the ball up. They don't give the ball away, this Liverpool team. They play together every few weeks, I was told, of Phil Thompson and Roy Evans. So they've got a little bit of the upper hand against Newcastle's, I've got to say, older legs. Not better legs, but older legs. And that makes a difference at this stage in players' careers. As McManaman picks the ball up, looks menacing again. He finds Durnan. Durnan plays the ball inside. It's McDermott. It's Terry McDermott. And you have to say, that is a fantastic finish by Neil McDermott. Like his dad used to do, former European Footballer of the Year, Terry McDermott, the son of Neil McDermott, has scored a wonderful goal here at Kingston Park to make the scoreline. Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 3. Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 3 as Ginola tries a nonchalant kick just before half-time and Bruce Grobbelaar brings the ball down on his chest. As that's the half-time whistle, everybody. What a fantastic ovation by the crowd here at the Falklands, Kingston Park, for the entertainers reunited. At half-time, it's Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 3. And we'll join you for the second half really soon.
Good, yeah, you? Still here? No. There you go. Bye, Rob. Well done, boys. Come in. Everybody's doing it. Oh, yeah.
That's hard, isn't it? What used to be so easy, is not quite so easy.
Cover the ground.
The pitches are much bigger now than when we used to play. They're at least twice the size.
Staying where I am.
None of it's 3-3.
4-3 still on. I do want a penalty. 4-3 still on.
You're done, Rob.
done. You okay?
Fantastic, man.
And a big thanks to the sponsors, Solutions for Life, and also, which is the matchday sponsor, the programme sponsor, M-Trek Recruitment, and of course, without this, Players Inc. Event Management and Pizzazz Event Management, and the former chairman himself, who played a massive part in this, Sir John Hall, along with a very, very good friend of his, Malcolm Dix. Without this, the game would not have happened. So we're coming in to the second half, everybody. It's unfortunate if you're a Newcastle United supporter. It's 3-1 to Liverpool. Newcastle scored first with a wonderful goal by Steve Watson. It was equalised with a fantastic finish by Steve McManaman. John Durnan scored the second for Liverpool, and Terry McDermott's son Neil McDermott scored the third goal for Liverpool just on the stroke of half-time. As we look, former England captain and 206 goal striker in the number 9 shirt, the one and only Alan Shearer, starts proceedings in the second half with none other than the French Gallic superstar, the one that's known as a footballer, not a film star, Ginola. David picks the ball up. He's looking wide, see Stephen Watson. He fakes, plays it inside to Will Fox. Will Fox then plays the ball to Robbie Elliott. Elliott passes it inside. Steve Howie picks the ball up to Fox. Newcastle United keeping good possession with Fox to Ginola. Ginola always on the ball, playing with them red boots on. He's a Bobby Dazzler. And then he gives the ball to Rob Elliott, who plays the ball just out of the grasp of Ruel Fox. Maybe it's 10 years ago, Foxy might have got that one, but Rob, I think you need to be playing it into feet. Kavame, Liverpool again passing the ball, and it's Kilcline who tidies it up for Newcastle United. Newcastle United with Kevin Keegan and Terry McDermott in the dugout for them today. Without them two, this entertainers team would not have wanted to get together, and it's a massive thanks to Keegan and McDermott, as it is to Thompson and Roy Evans from Liverpool. Phil Thompson, the now Sky Sports commentator, who's a massive plus and a great friend of Newcastle United. And here we go, McManaman again on the attack in the second half here. The first few minutes of the second half as Kilcline deals with it. There's nobody going to get in the way of him when he comes out like that, flailing a leg, and Gillespie picks the ball up, gives it to Ginola. Now just over halfway, passes the ball down the right hand side for Gillespie's chase. He's still quick, but not right. Tidies it up, and Michael Thomas looks solid for Liverpool at the back as Grobbelaar gets on the ball and passes it into feet again. McDermott, son of Terry, scored the third goal for Liverpool. Picks the ball up, gives it to McManaman to Marsh. Marsh now plays the ball into feet. Lovely flick by McManaman. Brilliant flick. And it's an audacious little chip into the box, but it goes behind for a Newcastle goal kick. Srnicek, Pavel Srnicek, now coach for the under-21s in Czechoslovakia. Pavel will always be a Geordie. And Stephen Watson, there's the ball into the feet of Shearer, who's strong, and it's a foul by Mark Wright. And Shearer bundles, he's not having any of that nonsense. You don't do that to the former England skipper. And there you go, Fox plays it wide to Rob Elliott. Ruel Fox, former Tottenham Hotspur and Norwich, and of course Newcastle United entertainer, now works as a fitness instructor. Gillespie plays the ball and gets the corner for Newcastle, as Newcastle try to strike back here in the second half. It's 3-1 to Liverpool. Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 3, as Gillespie puts the ball down in a very familiar role of taking a corner. And he plays the ball deep in the box. Fox does a turn. There's too many Liverpool shirts there as he tries to put the ball across. Was there a handball? The referee says no. As Rolf Little tidies the ball up. But there you go, Newcastle relentless on the attack. Lee plays the ball into the box towards Shearer. Grobbelaar misses it, but again tidies up. His agility for a guy over 50 years of age is unbelievable. As Kavame picks the ball up, the Norwegian international gives the ball to McManaman to McAteer. McAteer plays the ball inside. Ralph Little gives the ball to Terry McDermott's son Neil McDermott, who gives the ball away. Gillespie picks the ball up, plays it inside. It's Rob Lee that's on the ball. Rob Lee plays a nice little neat 1-2 with David Ginola. Plays the ball, Lee into the feet of former England captain Shearer, who defends the ball great as a surface, and Watson goes just cut out by Kavame, who looks every bit the player he did when he played for Liverpool in the early 90s. Norwegian international, and flew in today from Oslo. It's a throw in, and it's going to go Newcastle's way. McManaman is not going to be happy with that. He gives the ball to Watson, and they have a laugh and a joke. Steve Watson, probably renowned for having the longest throw-in as a 16-year-old teenager, still the youngest player ever to represent Newcastle United at 16 years of age. And he played and made his debut as a 16-year-old youngster. And what a great servant he was for Newcastle United, and a fantastic career to boot. Ginola again, a trick. He's got every trick in the book up his sleeve. Gives the ball to Elliott. Elliott plays it again. Ginola. He gives it to O'Brien. O'Brien, he looks up. Kilcline wants it. Give it to feet. He plays it to feet. He plays it to the right back. to Watson, who gives it to Gillespie. Gillespie, a little trick. Ginola on the ball. O'Brien, who will ever forget that goal he scored for Newcastle United against the enemy, against Sunderland at Roker Park. The free kick in the Roker end that took the top corner of the net off, and the travelling Newcastle United contingent went wild when Newcastle United buried Sunderland again on their own turf. O'Brien plays it to Watson. Watson again gives the ball to Gillespie. Gillespie looks up, he looks for Ginola. Ginola plays a 1-2. There's a feint from Gillespie as the ball is a little bit scrappy as Watson picks it up. It's in the area. Fox gets cut out by Mark Wright, former Southampton and Liverpool and England stalwart. Had a managerial career at Oxford and Southport. Mark Wright, desperate to get back into the game, but Liverpool are on the attack, and it looks as if there could be a little bit of trouble here. Can he tidy it up? Yes, managed to get away with it. Newcastle United again defending on the back foot. I think these Liverpool legs are just a little bit younger and a little bit fresher than what these guys are in the black and white stripes, but it's not for the lack of effort, and it's not for the lack of the crowd getting behind them, because the atmosphere here at Kingston Park and this Sunday, brilliant Sunday in October, it's brilliant to see the turnout, all for these fantastic charities that are going to benefit from today's occasion. As Ginola, he picks the ball up inside Newcastle United's half. He plays it wide. It's Gillespie. How many times did we say that? Gillespie to Ginola, Ginola to Gillespie. It just rolls off the tongue. Again, Gillespie to Ginola. Liam O'Brien, he's picked the ball up, he gets closed down quickly, but Newcastle keep possession. They keep possession well. As Howie gives it to Elliott. Elliott plays the ball forward. He's looking for Fox. Fox tries to play the ball inside Ginola. Ginola on the edge of the penalty area looking for a 1-2 with Shearer. He gets the 1, he doesn't get the 2. Thomas tidies the ball up for Liverpool. A very, very slick Liverpool passing side. And you just wonder, can we unlock this Liverpool team? Because they've got the legs on Newcastle United, and that's all they've got. There's McAteer, bounds on into Newcastle's half. He's looking to play the ball across. He puts it into the penalty area, and it's not quite met with the surface that he expected, and he didn't quite get the ability that he's got, Jason McAteer, to turn the ball goalwards as Newcastle come away with it again. Fox playing as a centre forward in the role alongside England's greatest, Alan Shearer. Shearer pulls away at the far stick as Gillespie gets it. He's looking up, he's looking for Shearer. Gillespie galloping down the right wing. He's looking in his Shearer on the edge. Shearer tries to put Fox, and it's good defending again by Liverpool. Fantastic. But here comes Rob Lee. Newcastle threatening, the entertainers are threatening Liverpool here. Can they get a goal back to make this game a contest? As they turn around, Ginola, he's on the edge of the penalty area. The referee's in the wheel. He's doing, he's dancing. Ginola, he skips past 1, he skips past 2, tries to play the ball into Fox, and the ball just wasn't quite there as the referee again gets in the way. As Liverpool come, fortunately on the attack, McAteer with a trick. He's looking for Marsh. McAteer to Marsh. He's played it wide at all of 40 yards. What a crossfield pass that was. Fabulous ball sprayed as the ball goes out for. And Newcastle United throw in, and look at the crowd here at Kingston Park. Everybody enjoying the occasion. It's fabulous. These players might never be seen again in a Newcastle United shirt, and they have come in their masses to support this event from Players Inc. and Steve Wraith and Pizzazz Events and our sponsors. We have to say Solutions for Life and M-Trek, who sponsored the programme today, and none of this would have happened without the guidance of Sir John Hall and Mr. Malcolm Dix. As Johnny Beresford come on with Philippe Albert for the second half to try and inject a little bit of pace into the Newcastle United side, as Kilcline plays it wide. Lee again on the ball for Newcastle. He's been at the forefront of all Newcastle's possession. Gives it to Gillespie, who's definitely got the legs. He goes wide, tries to get across him. Gillespie checks back on himself. He's looking for Beresford. It's played into the penalty area. It could be a free header. and it wasn't quite there on the head of the Belgian prince, Philippe Albert. Everyone knows his name, McManaman. He picks the ball up inside, deep inside the Liverpool half. He passes the ball inside to Neil McDermott. Neil McDermott plays a nice 1-2. Very neat football again by Liverpool, holding possession. Marsh, McDermott sprays it wide, picks a good pass out in acres of space, but the referee gives the offside decision. Here we are, Newcastle 1, Liverpool 3. The sun is shining on the righteous, and what a great occasion it is here at Kingston Park. Just to reiterate the words of Sir John Hall, who turned round, Sir John Hall, and he said these words: "The Entertainers era was always and will always be one of the highlights of my time as Newcastle United chairman." Kevin Keegan was persuaded to come out of retirement and come back to Newcastle. The deal was done, and I guess we found each other at the right time. That was the team that came agonisingly close, everybody, to becoming the Premiership champions in 1996. The 4-3 defeat at Liverpool, known as the Premier League's greatest ever match, summed it up. A wonderful time that will never ever be forgotten. A wonderful time that will never ever be forgotten. Liverpool on the attack. It's with McAteer. McAteer plays the ball into McDermott. Liverpool again enjoying possession. Deep inside Newcastle United's area. The pace of the game has just slowed just a little. A man plays the ball over 1-2 and the referee says it's onside as Marsh squares it through. Liverpool have got a score, and it's tidied up by John Beresford, who comes away, galloping away. Beresford sets Newcastle on an attack. Come on, Newcastle. It's the former England captain and Newcastle United legend Shearer's one-on-one with Michael Thomas. He plays the ball in the box towards Fox. Gets cut out again, and Liverpool get possession. Liverpool with Haman. There's a ball to Marsh, and there's a one-on-one. And again, Pavel Srnicek. He's like the fourth defender, if you like, playing in that sweeper role as a goalkeeper. Does ever so well. Kilcline. It's the ball to Watson. Watson plays to Gillespie. Gillespie looks up. He's looking round. Can I play it into Shearer's feet? He's looking for him. There it is. Shearer. He gets the ball. He's looking again. Ginola to Shearer. Shearer one-on-one. As Mark Wright puts in a great saving tackle. We see a little bit much of his thigh than we want to. But again, the slightly balding, reminiscent of Sir Bobby Charlton, Mark Wright came to the defence of the Liverpool Spice Boys. Corner, Newcastle. Watson puts the ball deep into the penalty area. Albert goes up one-on-one. Can it fall to the hands of the Newcastle United player in the penalty area? As Liverpool again come on the attack. It's Marsh who's actually played the ball out of play. He wanted it straight, McAteer. He's saying, I want it straight, I'll get onto it straight. And he's played the ball wide as Pavel Srnicek takes a throw in. First time I could ever say that in a career of commentating. Rob Lee picks the ball up, plays it inside to Beresford. Very good friends. Rob Lee again to Beresford. Beresford's looking up. Ginola, give me the ball, he's saying. Give me the ball. Beresford on the ball. He gets it. The French Prince, he gets it, and he's on the ball now. David Ginola plays it wide. What a great pass. Can he get there? He's picked them out. Steve Watson, great tidying up. Great tidying up there. I think he might have hurt himself a little bit, Ralph Little, from the royal family. But he picks himself up, and who could ever forget him being Lurkio in the royal family. Newcastle on the attack. It's a great pass by Ginola. And it's a fantastic occasion now. One of the greatest bowlers, who's known as the #1 bowler in the world. He's an Ashington lad. He's a black and white through and through, and he's England's greatest ever fast bowler. Steve Harmison has just entered the fray to play in the Entertainers, and I know that his father is here today, Jimmy, and also his children have come to watch the dad play, and it's a fantastic occasion for Steve Harmison, still at Durham County Cricket Club, He probably says that his England days are past him now, but he won the Ashes for England, and who can ever forget him being known as the #1 fast bowler in the world. Steve Harmison, brilliant to have him here for the entertainers. Beresford picks the ball up deep into Liverpool's half. John Beresford coming into the forefront, liking, enjoying the midfield road as opposed to his normal left back. I did play with John Beresford in England on the 19 team when he was a midfielder and a good player. The boot of Shearer goes on the attack. Shearer, oh, it's going to be a penalty. He's given it. The referee's given it. It's a penalty to Newcastle United here, and it's a penalty kick. And I wonder if you've got any money left in your pocket, who's going to be taking this one? Colin Webster, no hesitation, has fouled the king of Tyneside, Alan Shearer. He's in the #9 shirt, and he puts the ball on the spot. His last goal for Newcastle United was against Sunderland from the penalty spot. Can he do it again against Liverpool? It's Shearer versus Grobbelaar. He's at the bar. He's at the bar. Oh no, it's not 1966. The Russian linesman has not given it. The referee says no goal, and Shearer is devastated. He hits the bar from the penalty spot, and he'll be mortified that he didn't go out with a blaze of glory, and the fans can't believe it. It would have been a fairy tale ending, and Shearer's missed the penalty to put Newcastle United back in the game, but they're on the attack still. Shearer picks himself up, dusts himself down, he wants to score. He's still got the confidence. He's not letting that spoil him. He's not letting him spoil his occasion. As Liverpool pick the ball up here, they're 3-1 up here at Kingston Park. In the early minutes of this second half. They've saw off a penalty scare. The ball's delivered in the box. It's dealt with by Philippe Albert. And Shearer departs after missing the penalty, and one of the crowd favourites comes back on. It's none other than Colombian international Tino Asprilla. It's Newcastle 1, Liverpool 3. Penalty missed by Shearer. Keegan. He's not happy. He's not happy as he remonstrates with his team. He would love it if we beat them. Beresford picks the ball up. Can he have a pop? He plays a 1-2 with Fox. Fox is not the fox in the box this time as Mark Wright clears the ball up. Looks a steward for his years. Absolutely a steward at the back. And he must be nearly 60 now. I remember playing against him when I was 17. Do you know that? Picks the ball up. Again, Keegan urging them on from the touchline. Keegan and McDermott, it's great to see them in a Newcastle dugout again, wearing the black and white colours. Will it ever happen again? The love affair between Keegan and Newcastle United. Is it over yet? We ask that question as we hear the dulcet tones of Alan Robson, who's commentating for the crowd. If you want to listen to Night Halls, it's 97.1 FM, Metro Radio, and a good supporter of this event, Metro Radio, and thanks for their help and letting us have Alan Robson, their flashing blade, live here today. McManaman picks the ball up to Marsh. Marsh plays the ball inside. He looks up. Can he spot a pass? He sees space as Liverpool again keep possession. It's Didi Hamann. Will he have a pop? Stockport County manager at the moment. Plays the ball to, I think it's Anthony Hutton from Big Brother. Anthony Hutton, who starred in Big Brother. He's now on the pitch for Liverpool in the number 17. Now does hairdressing. But if you have a look at his hair, I don't think he'd be queuing up to get it cut off him. Marsh picks the ball up, gives it to McManaman. McManaman again on the ball, gets it back off McAteer. It's a Mac attack as we look here in Liverpool with Hamann passing to Victor from Big Brother, who's wearing a hat, obviously He knows he's in Newcastle and it's an October day, but I don't think it's that cold. McManaman to Victor. Victor, nice little flick to Marsh. Marsh looks up, plays the ball wide to Jason McAteer. Jason McAteer, Republic of Ireland national, played in the World Cup in 1994 for the Republic of Ireland in the USA, where the Republic of Ireland faltered at the very, very penultimate stage. They got to the semi-finals but didn't quite make it. They got to the quarter-finals but didn't quite make it into the semis. And what a sterling effort from none other than the manager at the time, one of our own, Jack Charlton. Thomas plays the ball into Didi Hamann. Hamann plays it again to right into Marsh. Marsh back to right looks up, plays it to the left-hand side. None other than Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas plays it inside, a fake by Hamann. Again, Marsh is on the ball. Marsh is looking for that pass. McManaman again in possession. Newcastle haven't touched the ball now for at least 20 passes. As McManaman, he's looking for the ball. He's looking to keep possession. He wants to make that telling pass as he keeps possession again. And Liverpool frustrating this Newcastle United side, who are now without the 206 goal scorer Alan Shearer, who has just went off for a little breather and a drink of Gatorade. We hope we see him coming back on before the end. And this brilliant, fantastic turnout, this crowd here today at Kingston Park, capacity crowd here, that they didn't have a capacity crowd, I was told before the game, since Johnny Wilkinson was playing rugby here in the Aviva Championship. The Newcastle Falcons, who are a fantastic side. As a strike comes in, it's a snapshot from Gillespie. It's a go for a corner. No, it's saved by that man again. He picks the ball up. It's McManaman on the ball again. It looks as if the ball's super glued to his foot. As Victor from Big Brother passes the ball inside to Jason McAteer. McAteer to Marsh. Marsh plays it to Cavani. Cavani again keeps possession. Anthony Hutton, Big Brother, he passes inside but gets shrugged off it as Robbie Elliott ties the ball out. And Philip Albert says, don't you bother with that one, kid. You're not getting past me. Ginola picks the ball up. He's frustrating all the Liverpool as Cavani gives a heavy tackle on Ginola. Is that the one that's going to put his six-pack out of the game? The referee stopped play. I think he's hurt. Ginola is hurt. We've got the trainer coming on, the physiotherapist coming on. As David is lying prostrate to the ground. Referee calls a halt in proceedings as Ginola picks himself up. He dusts himself down, and there's not one thread of hair out of place from the Gallic superstar. Liverpool again in possession. McManaman picks the ball up, threatening in the Newcastle United half. Have Newcastle got anything else to muster? They're looking at the benches. Stevie Harmison, England's #1 bowler. He's won the Ashes. He's done everything, but all he wanted to do, he told me before the game, was get on the pitch and play with his heroes. His heroes are Sprilla, Ginola, Alan Shearer, Stevie Harmison. Great stalwart, fantastic sportsman and wonderful cricketer. Gillespie. Can we see a little bit of Gillespie magic? He still looks young enough to be able to play the game. He looks fit and energetic. Good ball into the box. It's got to be a goal. Oh, he's put it wide. High and wide, David Ginola. He looks at the crowd and says, where did that all go wrong? Oh, Ginola. Could have brought the score back to 3-2, but as it stands here at Kingston Park, it's Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 3, and Bruce Grobbelaar, now an enigmatic and legendary goalkeeper in the era for the years. He was born in Durban, South Africa. He was in the Rhodesian Army. He's had an unbelievable life, but he also won the European Cup 3 times for Liverpool under the watchful guise of Bob Paisley at first, then the brilliant Joe Fagan and the enigmatic Ronnie Moran. And I tell you what, Grobbelaar, a character, still clawing for the ball there, and the referee's given a corner. Grobbelaar's not happened. He's not happy. He remonstrates with the linesman, but he's getting no change from the third official, Mick McDonough. He's not having any of it. Also known Bruce Grobbelaar for Hell's Kitchen, where he did ever so well, putting up with Mark Pierre White. Newcastle on the attack. It's Beresford. He's becoming more freer the longer the game goes on. Linking up with Gillespie, plays a little slack 1-2, but they get the ball back and do well as Kevin Keegan looks on from the sideline. Steve Harmison in the centre half role. The Ashington Stallion. Tino tries an overhead, doesn't quite come off. He went up for a high ball, it took him 20 minutes to come down. Little picks the ball up for Liverpool. Ralph Little from the royal family, famous for being the son of Jim and Barbara Royal. His nickname in the programme was Lurgio. Allison picks the ball up, strides forward. Watson now in possession, plays the ball into feet, and it's a foul. And Will Fox not happy about that as Mark Wright gives him a little, you could say a little gentle pat, but not sure Foxy would agree with that. Newcastle now. McAllister stopping the ball from being played. Get 10 yards, Tino tells him. Get 10 yards. He doesn't quite understand what it means in Colombian as Tino stands over the free kick. Tino's going to probably line himself up for this one. Tino's having it. He's looking at the angle. Can he get it up and down over the wall? He's chesting out Grobbelaar. Grobbelaar shaking in his boots like he was against Roma in 1986 when them knobbly knees came into play in the penalty shootout. And Tino goes and strikes it! Oh, and Grobbelaar catches it well and makes it look effortless. As Foxy is following him, and a little bit of foul play, I would have said there. I think he tried to play the ball off Fox. McAllister picks the ball up. Scottish international Gary McAllister, former manager of Leeds United and Coventry City. Hutchinson tidies the ball up and tries to give it to Hutton, who's offside. How will it hurt him if he has to score against his beloved Newcastle United? Anthony Hutton from Big Brother. Day 21, 9:04 p.m. and Anthony's in the diary room. Newcastle on the attack. Gillespie plays the ball inside to Fox. Fox is on the edge of the box. It's the Fox in the box. So he's coming right again, tidies up for Liverpool. He's turning the years back as he comes out, reminiscent of the slightly balding Bobby Charlton. McManaman. It's offside by Hutchinson, and for a friendly game, the officials are being quite strict. And it's Tino as he goes into Liverpool's penalty area. Tino passes the ball, and it wasn't quite on the same wavelength as Johnny Beresford as Liverpool come away with it again, and it's McAllister. He's looking for a pass. McAllister asking for people. McManaman now, he goes one-on-one. Has he got the legs of Philippe Albert? Philippe, everyone knows your name. McManaman plays the ball inside, again picked up by McAllister. Liverpool, this passing game that they're playing here today, frustrating Newcastle United as Watson tirelessly working, haplessly running, still to the ground. Watson, the effort is unbelievable. He wants to get back in the team, and Watson again, and Gillespie closing the ball down and looking how much they wanted these lads to give the crowd something to cheer about as Hutton goes one-on-one, and I think it's Hutton, and the referee stopped play. It's going to be offside, and the booing Hutton, deservedly so. Now a hairdresser. Have we got a final push here in the final 20 minutes of this game? Need a goal to get back into it. It's Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 3. The entertainers losing at this point against the Spice Boys, and there's going to be a change now. Pavel Srnicek comes off to a massive ovation, and it's none other than the the director of Players Inc. and the man that is very much responsible for today's events, Steve Wraith, now comes into the forefront as a reminiscent of Fabian Barthez, but not quite as broad. And I have to say, his quote was, I remember turning to my dad and brother in the Gallagher end when we still sit there today, on more than one occasion, and saying what we have to enjoy days like these because it'll never last forever. Sadly, it was right. The entertainers will never ever be again. Newcastle United's second team to everybody in the country because of how they played the game and the entertainment that they give to everybody. Kevin Keegan's entertainers here live today at Kingston Park. Beresford, he crosses the ball into the box. He's looking for the far post. Is it over the line? The referee says no. It's Grobbelaar. He brings it from nowhere. Unbelievable save by Bruce Grobbelaar. Fantastic. And there's a player hurt. The physio comes running on. I think it's Keith Gillespie who went for the header. And he was like a salmon. He reached like a salmon. Ralph Little is getting a little bit of treatment from Bruce Grobbelaar. I think that's about as much as I can get away with. And the steward's on the pitch. They think it's all over. No, that's a steward. I don't know what he's got to do with it, but Little gets up, and thankfully he's not hurt seriously. But Little, I think, is going to be replaced, and he's going to get a massive round of applause, and royally so. Royally, yeah. Stephen Watson, still Newcastle United's youngest ever performance at 16 years of age. Watson throws the ball very sportingly back, and Grobbelaar sprays it wide to the right fullback. It is beyond Kavami. Kavami into Didi Haman. Haman plays it to McManaman, who turns like a sixpence, plays the ball through to Anthony Hutton, who's going one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper's fouled him, and no, he's still in play. Hutton's on the ball, Wraith's up, and he's gone down. Hutton, no, I don't believe it. He's given a penalty. It's a disgraceful decision by the referee. It's a disgraceful decision. I've got to say, it was never a penalty. Never a penalty. Colin Webster, you got that one wrong. He's given the penalty. They've said that Wraith has fouled. First and foremost, he was out the box when there was any possibility of a foul. And secondly, that was not a foul. It was never a penalty as Wraith does the Bruce Grobbelaar shenanigans against Durnin. And it's Liverpool 4, Newcastle 1. He sends Wraith the wrong way. Wraith looks haplessly in disgust at the referee. He's mortified that the first action he's had since coming on resulted in a Liverpool penalty. The director of Players Inc. and Toon Talk, Steve Wraith, that one will live for him for a long, long time. Rebecca and Isabel, if you're listening, Daddy gave a penalty away, and don't put him in the spare room tonight. Special regards to my goddaughter, who was 5 on Sunday. Thank you. Rebecca, I love you. Beresford picks the ball up. He gives it to Ginola. Ginola crosses the ball into the penalty area. There's Grobbelaar, who snatches it and nonchalantly throws it with the back of his hand to Cavani. Cavani gives the ball to McManaman. McManaman gets the ball back again, deep now into Newcastle territory. It's McAllister turning the clock back, turning the years back. Don't be fooled by the hair. Don't get fooled by the framework. These guys have still got the ability. They've still got it in their feet. Liverpool passing the ball about with great aplomb. Now it's Hutton. Does he play the ball forward? Steve Harmison. Harmison, get in there, Harmy. Good challenge. Good challenge from England's #1 bowler. And he passes to Beresford. Beresford now plays the ball. McAllister gets possession again as McManaman sprays the ball. Wide to Don Hutchinson. Hutchinson, wonderful pass. Gives it back. To Albert. Albert now picks the ball up, and it's inside Newcastle United's half here as Fox gets on the ball. Fox plays it wide to Harmison. Harmison plays the ball forward. It's Gillespie to Ginola now. Ginola on the ball. Looks for a nonchalant little chip forward to Stephen Watson, but Grobbelaar and the defendant from Cavani stops any sort of a Newcastle attack. It's McAllister who picks the ball back, and Liverpool again spraying the ball about, keeping possession. They look like Barcelona. A nonchalant flick from Herman. He gives it to Durnan, who's been everywhere. Scored 2 goals today, John Dunn, former Republic of Ireland international. Plays the ball to Ralph Little, who I think he trips Harmison. He's tripped Harmison, and why would you do that when you're one-on-one with a goalkeeper? Definite foul. We need him to be getting booked for that, I think. You can't do that to England's #1 bowler. We love Harmison. Beresford trying to get Newcastle United back in the game. They're 4-1 down here at Kingston Park. The Entertainers reunited against the Spice Boys. And here comes none other than Keith Gillespie. Gillespie plays the ball into Watson. Watson gives the ball wide to Rob Elliott. Rob Elliott then again plays a nice, neat, interlocking pass with Gillespie, and Fox comes off his man. Fox turns down, and Ginola, the Gallic Prince, again instrumental of everything that Newcastle United have done today. The number 14 shirt, his shirt, looks absolutely fantastic in the Newcastle United black and white strip. Fox again plays well, gives it to Tino. Tino, a little bit of magic. A spriller, he looks for Fox, he looks for the 1-2, doesn't get the pass back, and again Wright comes out with a ball for Liverpool Football Club. He sprays it wide to the right hand side, and Don Hutchinson, former Scottish international, ex-Hartlepool, Liverpool, Everton, West Ham and Sunderland player. He is now there playing the ball back into the path of Herman, who gives it to Lee Ryder from the Evening Chronicle, who has a shot. And if I was commentating on the Chronicle, I would probably give him a mark of 1 out of 10 for turning up. Absolutely rubbish, Lee. But there you go. Great lad and a fantastic journalist, and thrilled to be on the pitch, the number 18 for Liverpool in a minute, who's black and white. He's through again. It's Ryder. He was foiled by Albert, and Albert, I think, turns round to Ryder and says, "In your dreams, son, in your dreams, thou shalt not pass." Ginola picks the ball up. Here now, deep in Liverpool's half, gives it to Elliott. Elliott looking for Fox. He sees Tino at the far stick. He tries to put the ball in. Fox gets it. It was meant for Tino. Fox can't quite get it there. And again, Liverpool come away with it. And Durnan, scorer of 2 goals today, this afternoon. He's looked like a fox in the box, and he's played ever so well. Former Republic of Ireland international and Liverpool striker John Durnan. He also had a fantastic spell at Oxford United, where he was a very, very much one of their best players. As Little is caught offside again, and it's Newcastle United that will come away with this free kick here with into the final stages of the game here at Kingston Park. The Entertainers reunited, Newcastle against Liverpool, and what a fantastic occasion, got to be said, brought to you by Players Inc. and Pizzazz, and with a PR brilliance of Kathleen Harland, and the media arts, the photos you're getting now, the pictures you're receiving from Media Arts and Neil Jackson, and also Singe Vert Photography. Beresford, he gets a corner. The crowd urging Newcastle United on. Look at them, there's women, children, granddads, grandmothers, fathers and mothers, all here tonight, all here supporting the Entertainers, and all these proceeds going to the charities, the beneficial charities that are involved. As Grobbelaar buzzer save, can he score? Oh, Watson is cleared off the line. Oh no. Oh, Watson trying to get his second goal for Newcastle United here today. Foiled by Bruce Grobbelaar, and it's still the same scoreline of Newcastle 1, Liverpool 4, and Liverpool on the attack. It's McAllister on the left-hand side, who stops again. He plays Hutton in, and it's Wraith like a spring chicken off his line, on it like a car bonnet. in there like swimwear, mad keen as a runner bean. I tell you what, he's not tashing on today because he's like a gazelle coming off that line today. The lookalike of Fabian Barthez. And I tell you what, Players Inc., you have to be proud to have that man at your helm. And that is it. The Entertainers versus Newcastle. The Entertainers, ladies and gentlemen, versus Liverpool. It's the final whistle. We finish here as both sets of players, they're giving each other a massive round of applause as we see Kevin Keegan entering the fray here now. There's cuddles and kisses for everybody on both sides, and what a magnificent occasion. And here everybody has been absolutely thrilled at this occasion as Keegan walks on with his able sidekick, Terry McDermott, both of them former European Footballers of the Year, and the heart that is in the Entertainers, the management side, and they're greeting both sets of players. Newcastle and Liverpool, listen to that everybody. Listen to the ovation from the 10,000 strong crowd here. That's fantastic to see. And I tell you what, it gives the hairs on the back of your neck something to stand up about, and it brings a tear to your eye. It's a brilliant occasion. It's been a fantastic day. It's been Newcastle United Entertainers 1, Liverpool the Spice Boys 4, and the charities, they'll remember this day for a long, long time to come. Many thanks to everybody that we've mentioned. Again, if I've missed anybody out, it's only because of my ignorance and my forgetfulness. From me, Joe Allen, I've enjoyed every minute of the Entertainers. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
The Bladen races, it was on the 9th of June 1862 on a summer's afternoon. We took the bus from Bambaras and she was heavy laden. Away we went along Coleman Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Oh me lads, you should have seen us scanning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gone along the Scotter Road to see the Bladen races. Oh me lads, you should have seen us scanning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gone along the Scotter Road to see the Bladen races.